Welcome to Sports Day Tribune, where we dive deep into the world of sports. Today, we're exploring the intriguing story behind Team USA's low attendance at their opening game in the 2024 Paris Olympics. Could Caitlyn Clark's absence be the key factor? Let's find out. Before we begin, we're on a mission to reach 1,000 subscribers. Your support means the world to us, so hit that subscribe button to help us bring you more exciting content. Now, let's jump into the heart of the matter. The USA women's basketball team, known for their dominance on the court, faced an unexpected challenge off the court in their opening game against Japan. Despite being a rematch of the 2020 Tokyo Olympics gold medal game, the stands were surprisingly empty. The official attendance for the USA versus Japan game was a mere 13,040 spectators. To put this into perspective, it was the lowest turnout among all 6 games played in the first 2 days of the tournament. Spain versus China drew a whopping 27,021 fans, while even lesser-known matchups like Serbia versus Puerto Rico managed to attract 15,324 spectators. So, what's behind this puzzling lack of interest in Team USA's game? While several factors could be at play, one name keeps popping up in discussions: Caitlyn Clark. For those who might not be familiar, Caitlyn Clark is a basketball phenomenon who's been setting the college scene on fire. Her absence from the Olympic roster has raised eyebrows and sparked debates among fans and analysts alike. Now, you might be wondering, why would one player's absence make such a big difference? Well, let's break it down. Clark has been nothing short of a sensation in the world of women's basketball. Her incredible performances have not only won her accolades, but also a massive, dedicated fan base. She's become a household name, drawing crowds wherever she plays. In fact, Clark's impact on attendance and viewership has been so significant that she's been dubbed a ratings hit for WNBA networks. Arenas sell out when she's on the court, both at home and on the road. It's not just about her skills, it's about the excitement and entertainment value she brings to every game. Now, imagine transporting that star power to the Olympic stage. While there's no guarantee that Clark would have single-handedly filled the stadium in Paris, it's not a stretch to think she could have significantly boosted the numbers. Interestingly, even without being part of the Olympic team, Clark's influence was felt in the stands. Ben Golliver of the Washington Post reported spotting German fans wearing Clark's Iowa jersey at the games. These fans had been following Clark's career since her high school days, showcasing the international appeal she's garnered over the years. This revelation adds another layer to the discussion. If fans from Germany are showing up in Clark's jersey, it's not hard to imagine how many American fans might have made the trip to Paris if she had been on the team. The Olympics are already a major draw for sports enthusiasts, but add a rising star like Clark to the mix, and you've got a recipe for packed stadiums. But let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. The USA women's basketball team isn't short on star power. They boast 2-time WNBA MVPs A'ja Wilson and Breanna Stewart, along with rising star Sabrina Ionescu. These are world-class athletes with impressive resumes and fan followings of their own. So why didn't their presence drive up attendance? One theory is that American fans in France might not see the value in watching a team that's expected to cruise to gold. The USA women's basketball team has been so dominant in recent years that their victories are often seen as foregone conclusions. This predictability, while a testament to their skill, might paradoxically be dampening fan excitement. Clark, on the other hand, brings an element of novelty and unpredictability. As a newcomer to the Olympic stage, her presence would have added a fresh dynamic to the team, potentially reigniting fan interest. Moreover, Clark's style of play is often described as electrifying. She has a knack for making spectacular plays that get fans on their feet, regardless of the final score. This entertainment value could have been a significant draw, even for casual fans or those new to women's basketball. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Why wasn't Clark selected for the Olympic team in the first place? Dawn Staley, a member of Team USA's selection committee, shed some light on this decision during NBC's coverage of the event. Caitlyn is just a rookie in the WNBA, wasn't playing bad, but wasn't playing like she's playing now. If we had to do it all over again, the way that she's playing, she would be in really high consideration of making the team because she is playing head and shoulders above a lot of people. Staley said. This statement suggests that Clark's early performance in the WNBA didn't quite match the high standards she had set in college. However, it also implies that her recent form might have changed the committee's decision had they known. This revelation adds another layer of intrigue to the situation. It raises questions about the timing of Olympic team selections and whether there should be more flexibility to accommodate late bloomers or players who hit their stride just before the games. It's worth noting that Olympic team selection is no easy task. The committee has to balance current form with experience, team chemistry, and long-term potential. They're tasked with assembling not just a group of star players, but a cohesive team that can perform under the unique pressures of Olympic competition. Still, the low attendance at the USA versus Japan game has sparked a broader conversation about the importance of star power in international competitions. While team success is undoubtedly the primary goal, the ability to attract fans and grow the sport globally is also a crucial consideration. Clark's exclusion from the team has been criticized by some who argue that even if she wasn't quite ready for Olympic play, her presence would have been beneficial for the sport as a whole. They contend that having Clark on the team could have helped promote not just the WNBA, but women's basketball in general on an international stage. This argument gains weight when we consider the potential long-term impacts. Olympic Games are often where young fans first encounter certain sports or athletes. A player like Clark, with her exciting style of play and growing fame, could have inspired a new generation of basketball players and fans around the world. However, it's important to remember that we're still in the early stages of the tournament. As we move into the knockout stages, attendance could very well pick up. The stakes will be higher, the games more intense, and this could draw more fans to the arenas. Yet, the question remains, could the inclusion of Caitlyn Clark have made a difference from the start? Would her presence have filled more seats, generated more buzz, and perhaps even influenced the team's performance on the court? These are questions we can't definitively answer, but they certainly provide food for thought. They challenge us to consider the various factors that contribute to a team's success, both on and off the court. As we continue to follow Team USA's journey in the Paris Olympics, it will be interesting to see how attendance numbers evolve. Will fan interest pick up as the tournament progresses? Will the star power of players like Wilson, Stewart, and Ionescu eventually draw larger crowds? One thing's for certain, the discussion around Caitlyn Clark's absence has brought attention to important issues in women's basketball. It's sparked debates about team selection, star power, and the growth of the sport on a global scale. As fans, we can only speculate on what might have been, but perhaps this situation will influence future decisions, not just for Team USA, but for other national teams and sports organizations around the world. In the meantime, we'll be keeping a close eye on how Team USA performs in the remainder of the tournament. Will they be able to overcome this initial hurdle and reclaim their dominance both on the court and in the stands? Only time will tell. That's all for today's deep dive into the world of Olympic basketball. This has been Noah for Sports Day Tribune, bringing you the stories behind the scores. Remember to subscribe for more in-depth sports analysis and join us next time as we continue to explore the fascinating world of sports. Until then, keep your eye on the ball.